Why do all-star games suck? And is there anything we could do to fix them? This is upon further review. All-star games are supposed to be a time when the game's best and brightest get together and put on a good show, but it rarely works out that way. Right off the bat, the Pro Bowl is the worst of them by far. Who wants to watch a football game where the guys don't even try and rip each other's heads off? Oh, but they changed the format, so it's better, right? Oh, there's a driving competition now? What does golf have to do with football? But wait, there's more. We got dodgeball and flag football, and we got the Manning brothers as coaches. Guess what? It somehow got even worse. The best players in the game don't even want to go to the Pro Bowl, despite it being in Hawaii, Orlando, or in the case of this year, Vegas. The real slap in the face is that Tyler Huntley, a backup quarterback, made it to the Pro Bowl. Only in the NFL. This alone makes the whole exercise look like a farce. Overall, boring, who cares? Skip it. That wasn't all we saw that weekend. There was also the NHL All-Star Game, which can't even figure out what it wants to be. Accuracy shooting, hardest shot, fastest skater, these are all pillars of the All-Star competition, but other than that, what is there to look forward to? And let's be real, those don't even scream excitement. The slam dunk shootout competition is so freaking boring, and I can't even figure out why the NHL hasn't canned it yet. Ooh, Mitch Marner came out dressed like Don Johnson from Miami Vice, and David Pastrnak is over here imitating Happy Gilmore, but who's really entertained by this? These guys don't even do any moves that you see outside of a regular game, so what's the point? In addition, we have this weird, slow-paced goalie shooting competition that no one could even figure out the rules. At least out of that, we got that sick move out of Sarah Nurse. In my opinion, the best part of the skills competition were the previously recorded segments, the splash shot and the pitch and puck. Now you might be saying, Andrew, those were lame. And you might be right. Maybe I just enjoyed them because, well, they're a change of pace and it's something new. Or maybe, I just enjoyed seeing people in non-freezing temperatures. Gotta love those Ontario winters. Now for the game itself, the 3-on-3 has run its course. Just too much open ice and just too many lulls in the play. Just go back to a regular 5-on-5 game. As for the teams, instead of the divisional mini-tournament format, why not have a rotation going between East versus West, North America versus the world, and captains choosing teams? And just like the Pro Bowl, a lot of the game's best players don't even want to be at the NHL All-Star Game. Moving on, a couple weekends ago we had the NBA All-Star Game, and despite keeping things pretty consistent, it's still not that exciting. The All-Star Friday night is a joke with the celebrity game, like who cares? Unfortunately, the Rising Stars game gets kind of buried in there, which is a shame because it's a chance to promote the game's youth. Starting the All-Star Saturday night is the skills competition, which is just a glorified obstacle course with a car in the middle of the court. Kind of a joke if you ask me. Now I will give credit to the 3-point shootout. It's kind of a 3-point endurance test, and it's interesting to see how the players react and what strategies they implement. Where to place the all money ball rack and the no money ball rack is just as important as finding and keeping your rhythm. I also like how they added the extra shots worth 3 points just to change up the formula. I would tweak with the formula even more, to be honest, like either adding a 4-point shot from between the logo and the top of the arc, or even a 5-point shot from half. But the best part about this event is that all the best 3-point shooters in the league want to show up to this event and of course win the whole thing, which we cannot say for the slam dunk contest. It just kind of sucks. Where are these guys going to show us that we haven't already seen? The last good slam dunk contest was in Toronto in 2016, with Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon dueling, but those are so few and far between. I'm also so tired of hearing that Mac McClung, a fucking G League player, saved the slam dunk contest. One good performer does not make a good slam dunk competition that saves the event. Also, Jericho Sims and the New York Knicks had two of the most pathetic dunks I've ever seen in this contest. Yeah, Jericho, putting your arms through the rim was cool when Vince Carter did it 23 years ago. Oh, and he did it twice. Karl Malone's disappointed reaction to that second dunk just said it all. They should have just given Ja the bag, so we could at least have gotten a cool duel between him and McClung. As for the game itself, it's pretty boring unless it becomes a tight game in the fourth quarter, but that rarely happens. More often than not, you have one of the teams winning by double digits easily. But just like the other leagues, the NBA finds ways to make things more convoluted. Each quarter is its own game now, and you gotta get to 24 points in the fourth quarter in honor of Kobe. What? Why? Does this really add entertainment value? This is just more confusing. And this year's game was just awful. When the players and coaches are dissing the game right after the fact, you know you have a problem. The only really cool moment was when you had the top 3 scorers all together, LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Karl Malone, but that's it. Now moving on to the MLB All-Star Game, which has really become more about the home run derby in the last 15 years or so. And credit to baseball, I love that event and it's plenty of fun to watch, but what else does the MLB All-Star Game have going for it? Though truth be told, I don't think the MLB All-Star Game has really recovered since the infamous tie. It's not like the old days where there wasn't any interleague play and there was this kind of mystery of the opposite league. So why watch? Well, Andrew, the All-Star games, they're for the fans. Oh, they're for me? Then why don't I enjoy them? Truth be told, the All-Star game is really for two groups of people. The first is the kids, and you can probably guess why. You know, it's kind of gimmicky and there's these little challenges. The kids will eat that right up. Plus, seeing all the game's best players in one place, I know I wanted to see that when I was 12 years old. And the other group of people that the All-Star games are for? The sponsors. Money, 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 money. Let's say you're a season ticket holder and the All-Star game comes to your city. You got front row seats? Well, guess what? The league takes over the All-Star game for that weekend and they're sticking you up in the nosebleeds. So who gets all the lower bowl seats? That's right, the sponsors. So that begs the question, is this even worth saving? I say no. The league doesn't seem to care about putting together a good product, and the players aren't even going to take it seriously, so why should I? Hey, if you like this video, check out our podcast, The House That Happens. We release new episodes every Saturday on Podbean, YouTube, and SoundCloud. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at The House That Happens. And remember, keep the vibe alive.